Hi, I'm Nicole Erkin, Research Director for Mad Money. I'm here with Ross Kenneth Erkin, Personal Finance Editor at The Street, along with the one and only Jim Cramer. And welcome back to Old Dog, New Blog. Now yesterday, Facebook announced Facebook Home. And with this announcement, our contacts have never been closer to our fingertips. So Jim, we want to talk to you today about the risks that we face now that our contacts are closer to us than ever before, with some permanent consequences.
Okay, because it doesn't occur to me how it's riskier, but go ahead.
Well, you know, when you are using your phone and you're out late at night, many people it's possible for them to make ill-advised decisions with whom they contact.
Yes, and I know that as a father, I know that.
Right.
Exactly.
And so while it's such an advantage to have this instant contact to your friends, your family, some ex-friends and family that you don't really want to be in touch with, it also doesn't mix so well with tequila all the time.
Okay, so tell me what to do.
We have some great...
You have something that will stop me from my impulse.
Yes.
Right, so we're going to start with the classic, Ross.
The old school. So you have stop drunk texting, and it just puts, I think you can choose up to 5 or 6
What is it?
of your contacts. Stop drunk texting.
It's
You
an
can
app.
actually call it that.
Yeah, and it blocks...
No, there's not a lot of subtlety to that.
No, it's you know,
What you
straight
see is
at
what
it.
you get.
Exactly, WYSIWYG. And so it ultimately puts people into a vault of sorts, and you can't contact them until 7 a.m. the next morning.
I mean, this stops yourself from calling people that you, old boyfriend, an old girlfriend.
Exactly.
And you put them in when you're sober.
Right. So with
this
the
is-
anticipation that you'll have a debaucherous night.
It's proactive debauchery planning.
Well, it's better when you're at payphone and run out of quarters. All right.
Exactly.
All right.
Talk about conspicuous consumption. But I mean, I think that back in the day, you know, the old dog days, let's say, you wouldn't have the consequences. If you called someone, there's not necessarily a written record. But this day and age, when you have text and pictures and we know where that
can't
can
get rid
go.
of the text. It haunts you. You can't get rid of an entry on Facebook. Well, maybe you can, and I just don't know. I'm not cool enough.
Well, you know, you can delete it, but it will often still be searchable. And I think this is a theme that we've seen in tech for some time, that there are some advantages through increased contact and interaction, but also disadvantages that come with that. And we've seen this with Facebook's latest announcement, this frenemy relationship with Google that we've continued to talk about. The interplay among these companies and new access and new ways of interacting with people is an opportunity, but you also have to protect yourself.
Okay, so we do stop drunk.
Stop
Texting.
drunk
Texting. What else do we
texting.
have?
The other one is bad decision blocker. Another one that, you know, it's very clear from its name what you're going to get here.
Right. And
Can I download this? What do I do? How do I
you
get
download
this?
it as an app, and it...
I go to the Apple. I go to the store, the Apple App Store.
Sure,
And
or
type-
Google Play, and you'll type in the name, and you can download it in seconds.
Right.
So,
It's amazing.
And this,
Yeah.
again, stops you from calling, texting, or emailing certain contacts in your address book.
So this is extending onto email, and with Facebook, you know, more prevalent on your phone as it's replacing Android's home interface.
If you go for the...
If you go for the
go for
Droid, yeah, that's the big X factor here. You'll have people's emails quickly accessible, whereas you wouldn't necessarily in your phone.
Okay, as I always ask, are these popular? I mean, do people use these? Is this something that that a lot of people feel they need?
I do think people are using them as people are noticing their bad decisions. Obviously, this is a little bit of a lag effect because we're getting these resources, and then people are saying, "Oh, I'm pretty embarrassed about what I did."
I mean,
and then
candidly,
it's
in
gonna
another
switch.
era, when I was younger, I was a famous drunk dialer, and you know, between 1 and 2 o'clock, I always thought it was hysterically funny to call people. And then the next morning had this incredible remorse about it. So
Sure.
the remorse factor is clearly limited by these. I like this.
This can save people a lot of psychologist visits,
Right.
potentially.
Well, you can make big mistakes. No, I mean, anything that, I mean, look, I would love it if your phone could lock when you're in the car, when
Yeah.
you're driving.
And there are apps for that we can discuss. But yeah, I mean, it's basically preventing, being proactive about preventing bad decisions.
Okay, so I need...
So stop drunk texting and bad decision blocker. And we'll get these on your phone because, as you said, you have an affinity for these types of
No, I've
activities.
texted too late at times. Look, I marvel that there are people who recognize foibles, because this is a problem. And I'd like to know, is there anything, if your kid puts something on Facebook late at night, is there a way to get rid of it?
Right. Well, at this point, you can't really permanently get rid of
boy,
a
that's
post.
right.
The
But
internet knows all.
we have a third and last one, which
Okay.
is
It's my favorite.
It's NIMBY. It's a little bit more of a test type of app. Why don't you explain?
Right. So it's no intoxicated messaging by you.
Okay.
Yeah, you got that acronym.
NIMBY.
And it's
No intoxicated
but this is the most complex one.
Okay.
It actually guides you through a series of tests that you have to complete in order to prove that you're sober enough to make rational decisions. So it will guide you through 3 algebra
I need this.
problems.
It's kind of an IQ test for decision making.
No, but
Yeah.
this is fabulous.
Yeah. Or there's a coordination test where you actually guide a mouse on your touch screen to cheese. And it's a little bit intricate, so if you're 3 sheets to the wind, you might not be able to complete
No,
the
I
task.
mean, a lot of times you don't know that you are. So this is a
Right.
great idea. I download NIMBY.
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 This has got to be popular.
Jim, I don't think there's an app though that prevents you from sending work emails at 11 p.m.
No, but
or
you know
4
I
a.m.
do.
We
when
need
you
to
wake
work
up.
on that. We do.
Well,
Well,
we'll
it's
develop an
fascinating.
app for
It's
that.
fascinating because I got to tell you that the prevalence, when I saw the Facebook, I said, wow, I mean, this is just one more barrier from, but that makes it too easy to put your thoughts into someone else's head where they don't belong.
Exactly. Okay. So thank you, Jim. Thank
you.
you, Ross. We're going to keep reviewing
It's
these
very
apps.
telling. It's very telling. They really get you.
Yes, exactly.
They know what you do wrong,
Yeah.
and they help you. I like
Technology is out there to help.
it. I like it.
It has dangers and advantages.
Little TLC.
All right, so Stop Drunk Texting, Bad Decision Blocker, and NIMBY. Keep these on your radar. Download them with Jim. Stay with us. Old Dog, New Blog. I'm Nicole Erkin, Ross Erkin, and Jim Kramer. Thanks.